This is parked in front of my door all night long, and this is where you can trip over it. They're supposed to be parked next door where they got plenty of parking all up and down. It's empty. They were told, I'm Margaret in Windsor, and I have been hassled a bit, for lack of a better word. I'm trying to get this up. I don't know if I will. But I don't know if I can get it up or not. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I have been beaten in so many ways all my life, but the last 5, 6, 7 months it's really taken its toll and done me in. This is by the Americans. This is by the Patels and Shaws that have the connection up to your former governors, Mark Warner, etc. Bob Goodlatte, you name it. That sit on the intelligence and judicial committees and have all the power, and they've got Donald Trump under, tearing him down. All these people. I hope Donald Trump's a good person. What I wanted to say here, I've told about my dad, about my kidnapping and brutalization that's beyond belief what was done to me and my children. I have been run from place to place, and it's orchestrated, and it's the FBI that and law enforcement that are doing it. I've been told, and I know it, when I came to Roanoke, that, and I was walking. I was having to try to keep from being raped, getting rides from people to get up to here to another place. Anyway, I stayed here. I've had to. I've tried to leave, as bad as it is. I've been kept homeless. I keep mentioning Larry Flint, Hustler Magazine, because he's shot back in Lawrenceville, Georgia, 78. When I was doing the book, I was trying to save these people. They have saved the next girl here in Roanoke because I'm going to say this: Hannah Graham was killed. A black man is in prison, Jesse Matthews, for the murder, and for Morgan Harrington. Her father's a psychiatrist here, and he's very prominent. They are, the Harringtons. They know totally about me and telling about the mind control murders, programming people to kill, and you can do it in any way. It doesn't matter if it's a rifle, running a truck down the streets of France and hitting people, or what. Told about the Tesla files back in 30 being stolen, to where you could create illnesses or cure them. But it seems rather than people caring about me, I'm British. To hell with my mother, Claudia O'Keefe, George O'Keefe's sister. She was an American, so that gives me dual. Not that I'm proud of it, because I want nothing from this country other than to pay for their crimes, according to me. I have been there. I have felt it. They have done things to my children. My father married my mom and stayed married. So you Americans helped some Brits, Winston Churchill, etc., with lies and take down my dad. I have been run and tortured in ways that are unbelievable in plain sight. And I come here, I can't even walk because I was made to fall where I was before twice. It was hideous. I'm 78 years old. And now they use their car. I asked them when I moved in here because I'm allergic to chemicals. And that's what's been used on me to run me. And I've mentioned the state trooper, Carl Barton, that his wife deliberately told me and gave me their address in Gaelic so I could put it up, what's being done to me. That's how they run you, is with chemicals. So I have an autoimmune disorder, and that's what's been used on me the last years in keeping me homeless and running. I was asked, was I running from the law? I'm running from the American citizens. I came in here, I've left and come back and left and come back. Nobody does anything about it. I'm a joke. Now then, I can hardly move. What the state trooper said, his wife said, don't let them make you fall to where you have to go to a assisted living, or because I don't have any money. And they really got me there. And you think you get sick. My immune system attacks itself and it causes mass inflammation when I'm having to. Well, what's happened is I've been deliberately force fed toxic fumes. The media around here all knows it. They know the Illuminati kidnapped me. So the Rockefellers control your media. So I'm one big joke. I'm Victoria II, heir to the British crown. And you friggin' Americans have taken my money, my land, and you continue to torture me. I've done nothing to you except I cared. Help save the next girl everybody tuned into. You're not going to get anywhere by that. I'm going to go ahead and say it because I'm about dead now. I can't walk. I'm almost paralyzed. Now then, they've deliberately, I don't. They were told to do it. She's supposed to be a white girl from Georgia, Jessup, Georgia, and he's black. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've tried to help and cared for everybody. I was never racial. I was the opposite. But you all have taught me very well. I was pitched out in hell here in your country that you stole from me, plus the money and all that went with it. I've learned very well. So as far as Jesse Matthews, as far as the whites who, she says she has a baby in there, that's all she said. I've said nothing to her except hi when I first came in. And evidently they put me back here with a group of them that they get in, are told a hassle. That's not even the word for it. And so last night they all gathered out there and I stayed inside. I can't even move hardly. And he deliberately parks this truck here to where it's backed up. There's no reason other than to hassle me. It's my spot. So that there's not carbon monoxide coming in my face. But he put it there and they had their noise outside all night long. And he plugs it in on the other side. You know, I'm 78, I can't walk anymore. I could go out and trip on the cord. And everybody would have a jolly damn good time. If you think I have any pity left for you, and if you think that Roanoke or anybody else helped save the next girl, I don't give a damn anymore. You have done nothing but torture me. And when I gave everything I could, that they got together, and Morgan Harrington's mother helped create it, and she knows all about me and the mind control murders. They do. They got together and helped save this thing, and the media covers it. Helped save the next girl. Well, it's helped save the next boy, helped save the next victims, because you get into James Holmes of rural Colorado. He's being treated for mental illness and tortured with psychotic drugs because they're using the mental health system. He's not crazy, he's programmed. And to do such atrocities is beyond belief. But then what these people have done to me, one human being, I hope the world has to see. And I hope you have to pay for your crimes, America, and the part of my family that helped in all this. When you get in downtown Roanoke and you go together and help save the next girl, you don't mention mind control. You're not going to do a thing to stop any of it until mind control and programming is addressed. And the fact that it's helped save the young man in... I want to say this, and then I'm going to get off if this is still going up, because I don't have much time, and I'm not sure they're knocking down my YouTubes now. I put this up. There was a woman that moved in where I went up the trail last year. Not last year, for years. I lived on the Appalachian Trail, walked up, crawled, froze, starved in front of everybody. I was shut down and nobody gave a rat's for me. I lived a horrible life. I have, all the way. She had a home across from where I entered the trail on Mountain Pass Road and Travel, where I'm at now. And she was moved here from North Carolina. I see these people are from North Carolina that are hassling. It's not hassling, they should be locked up. It's joining into a conspiracy with the intent. Um, but they're from North Carolina. This woman lived about a block or two down from the entrance to Mountain Pass, where I'd go, well, to the trail entrance, the old trail, up to Full Heart Knob. And I did the whole trail up in there, lived up at Full Heart Knob and Woodby Run, and everything in the book Star froze. Anyway, they had made me homeless again to where I had to go back out there and try to have a place to put the tent up. Well, they came out there, which is illegal, with formaldehyde, and they burned it. And when I tried to run up, carry my stuff, I fell 2 times and hit my head on rocks, pulling my things. You should see it. This is the America you don't see. They pretend to be the good guys. They're nothing but cold-blooded killers that started the whole damn thing over in Syria and Iraq and all of it. So that they invaded Europe, and it's in the shape it's in. And now they want to give it to everybody, and they want to finish me off. So I don't know. I was telling about her name is, I didn't know the woman's name. She came up. It's been about 2 years ago now when this happened. She came up, and I had fallen, was pulling my stuff up the trail, trying to keep it together. And her name, I didn't know her last name. It was Angela. So she pretended to be my friend. And I'm going to skip all that happened because it was hell. She ended up getting my phone, and she was never my friend. She was given a beautiful home. I'm talking about a beautiful one, 2 blocks down from where I would enter the trail all those years and freeze and starve. She was given this beautiful home. They cut all the trees down on the place to come over here, and they still had the home they couldn't sell over to North Carolina. So I'm going to not get into everything I can't on here, and I'm not sure this is still going up. But I went out to Angela's, to the house. I was invited out there a few times. I found out that her adopted daughters are really biological daughters to each other, and their last name's Castle. Her last name is Queen. So it's Castle Queen. So I'm the Queen of England, really, Victoria II. And I've been telling about mind control murders, and Larry Flint was one of them. At Lawrenceville, Georgia, they took me to Lawrence County, Alabama. So you can get into, I worked for Fred Simpson, the district attorney, in 80, after they'd tried to kill me again. And Simpson, as in Wallace, was supposed to marry King Edward VIII, which was a lie. You can get into the patterns that form and prove murders, like Alexis Murphy. You know, I cared for all these people. You know, they've done so much now, they pushed it too far. And I hope there's a God and they burn, quite frankly, in hell and get the justice that is deserved.